guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to another video. Today we are here with my September favorites. I'll be chatting about everything that I love this month. I've got some great beauty, some great skin, and a bubble bath that I think is actually helping me fall asleep. I did do a little tutorial on this look, taking a trip down memory lane. I used Modern Renaissance, Shape Tape, a couple of things that I haven't touched in a while, so that will be linked down below, and be sure to subscribe if you enjoy this type of video. But let's go ahead and get started. Let's talk about makeup first. I'm still obsessed with this lip. I just want to add a little bit more of it on. This is from Essence. So I actually just put this on top of the lip liner and lipstick that I put on in the last video. And this is in full color, but this is the Colourpop. This is the Essence Color Boost Matte About Matte Liquid Lipstick in the shade Partner in Crime. I've talked about this many times. I actually need to try the rest of the formula, the rest of the colors from this formula, because this has such a nice thin formula. It's a liquid lipstick, but it's not like matte and chalky. I always use it generally like with a lip liner really lightly, just because this color is really light and peachy, but it's so flattering, I think so anyways, and really versatile. So I definitely need to try out some more of these. Essence is available at Shoppers here in Canada, at like different Loblaws depending on where you live in the country, and in the US it's available at Ulta, question mark? God, it's been so long since I've been to Ulta, I want to go back. On my lower lash line right now, I'm wearing the Colourpop Volumizing Mascara. I almost called it Wet n Wild, wow. This is in the shade Blue Ya Mind. I also have the pink, I think, and I think you can tell, but this is such a good colored mascara. These mascaras, I think, are the best colored mascaras out there because, first of all, they act just as good as another mascara. I find a lot of the time you get a colored mascara, and even if it has the color, it barely gets deposited onto your lashes, or your lashes look like not as good as if you had on like your favorite mascara. Especially if you're putting color on, you want there to still be like some volume and some definition, so you don't have just like a couple of sparse freaking blue lashes and you're like, isn't it cute? So I find these to be so effective in terms of actual volume and length. I don't find them to be like smudgy or anything like that. I don't generally have that problem. But the color transfers, especially if you have it on the upper lashes, I've worn it before, it's really impactful, but at the same time it's not like completely in your face. So I think, especially with masks and things like that, it's a really nice way to add a little bit of color, a little bit of pizzazz, or to try something new without it being completely out of your comfort zone. This blue is so flattering and really nice on brown eyes, but of course you can use any color that you like, and you can go as wild or as more subdued as you'd like. But I think if you are going to buy a colored mascara, Colourpop makes the best that I've tried. I wanted to give a shout out to this bronzer brush. I've been using it for probably 2 or 3 years, and I always like to give some love to brushes that, like, you know, I've got a bunch of blush brushes. There was one highlight brush that I used for years. There was one under eye brush. So I always like to point out brushes that really stick in my collection that I use non-stop. And this is my favorite bronzer brush. My other favorite bronzing brush was from Sephora, and it was very dense. Is it here? Either way, it was from like a holiday kit like I have up in the back, and it only worked on bronzers that were really tightly packed and baked. This works on every type of bronzer. It's a MAC brush, throwback, 14OS or 140S. I don't even know if this is what they say that it should be for, but it's kind of tapered and comes to a bit of a point. Mine is a little bit frayed right now. I've had it for years and not taken good care of it, but it's like this fan frayed. It's just perfect for bronzer, and I don't see a lot of other brushes that are out there like this shape. This is definitely my preference for bronzer. I would 100% repurchase this. I love it so much, and who talks about MAC brushes anymore? So I figured I would mention it. I think I might have talked about this primer last month. I'm not going to go check because I still love it, and I still really like it, and I want to mention it again. An affordable option from Wet n Wild. This is their Glass Correct primer. They've got a couple of different ones, different shades, and I'm not sure how the texture differs, but this one I really love. It's in the shade Yellow. It says skin looks naturally corrected and reflective as a crystal. I mean, that is debatable and not even something that I desire, but I really love this. It's supposed to be help with brightening, but I find the texture of it is just really smooth. It feels like hydrating on the skin and just sort of nicely preps your skin for makeup without making like a silicone-y or like a greasy base, like I've talked about it a million times, but primers historically have been really, really bad, especially from the drugstore. I haven't loved a lot of Wet n Wild's primers either, so I think that this just has a gorgeous texture. It's not necessarily going to help with mattifying, but if you're looking for a little bit of hydration, you're looking for, say you do your skincare maybe like a little bit before you jump into your makeup or anything like that, you're just looking for a good base, this is real nice. A makeup line that I tried and I was a little on was Rare Beauty from Selena Gomez, and I was definitely nervous to say that in my review because she's a very very enthusiastic fan base. Let's not forget when I worked at in radio and I mentioned this is different but under the same umbrella due to my age and like whatever. But anyways, One Direction was rumored to be breaking up and I said something about it on the radio, and then one of the One Direction people, Directioners, I don't know, whatever they're called, tried to get me fired because they were upset, but then they did break up. So anyways, that's a whole other story. This is the Rare Beauty mascara. Wow, Samantha, to the point. People comment on my videos and tell me I talk too much, and I'm like, no I don't. What do you want me to sit in silence? Maybe they're like, stop telling side stories, but I never will. This is the Rare Beauty mascara, and I love this. I think this is so good. I'm gonna link to the video where I used this. I think it was a Get Ready With Me. I'll link to it down below. I was so impressed with this. So I've been continually saying if you're gonna shop from Rare Beauty, my recommendations are the liquid highlighter and the liquid blush, or cream highlighter, cream blush. I think those are phenomenal. It's not just like they're better than what I've tried. They're very, very, very good. I love the luminizer in Outshine, but everything else for me was kind of whatever. So I wasn't really like that. I would have never bought this mascara. They sent it to me for review. And even when I saw it, I wasn't sure. I was like, looks like a normal brush, whatever. But I have to say, tons of volume, tons of length, super, super, super impressed with this. The only thing I don't like is the packaging because it gets really, really dirty. Any of this kind of porous, soft touch is really pretty. Like it's like what NARS does in black, but when you have it in like this gorgeous trendy beige, albeit very pretty, it only stays pretty for me for a couple of seconds. I don't know how you keep your makeup clean, but I definitely don't. The other powder, or sorry, the powder that I wanted to mention, really beautiful. I can't find the lid to this. So unprofessional, but this is from Makeup Forever, and I'm not shocked. Everything, unlike Rare Beauty, everything Makeup Forever has launched I've loved, with the exception, there's two exceptions for Makeup Forever. Those liquefied lipsticks that they came out with that had no neutral shades, which again, like they're a makeup brand, they're a makeup artist brand. And one of the foundations, the Water Tone. I don't think I liked that. But anyways, this is the matte setting powder. And this is, if you are looking, first of all, look how much comes in here. So much powder, 11 grams. So tons and tons of powder in here. And it will last you a long time. Very, very finely milled. Looks so smooth on the skin. Nice and mattifying, but not like a flat, dry, cakey matte. It adds a little bit of color. Not a ton, as if it's going to be like a powder foundation, but you get a really, really nice finish. I feel like it helps my skin look better for longer. Like I said, it does have those mattifying properties in there, so if you have an oilier skin type, this is going to be one to look into, and I think it's so good. Makeup Forever does incredible complexion products, and I'm surprised that like they're just coming out with this. I don't know, like, I guess they had a setting powder before and maybe they weren't saying that it was matte, but either way I really like this. I don't find it to be too matte because I'm not super, super oily right now, but it is really gorgeous. And I used this in a video. I'll link to any of the videos that I used because I think I might have used some of these all together in the same video. Same with this puff paint from Natasha Denona. I wanted to point this out because similar to like I said in that video, it's in the shade 1018. This is such a unique shade that I feel like people will stray away from when they like jump on Sephora or whatever. There's only a couple of shades in this. And I went outside of my comfort zone and I tried this one, and the reason I think that this is so pretty is because it really mimics like a flush to the cheeks. When you think about, you know, getting embarrassed, getting excited, cheesing, you have that blood rushing to your cheeks, and it doesn't look dissimilar to this color, not to get into a non-medical lesson, but it looks really beautiful on the skin, really, really easy to work with, and if you've been lusting after some Natasha Denona, but the price tag is a little bit up there, this was, I believe, $28. Which is like, you know, not Dollarama, but it's pretty good for Natasha. Next up, I want to talk about essence. I was a huge fan of the Fresh Kombucha essence, and when I used that up, it took me a while, but I really, really missed that, and I would absolutely repurchase that $85 bottle of glorious, glorious hydrating water because there's something to it. There's a reason that people have been using essences for, I was going to say hundreds of years. I have no idea. I would assume hundreds, if not even longer. There's something to it. If you have dehydrated skin, if you have dry skin, even if you have super oily skin, you can still be dehydrated. If you need hydration, this is so nice. This is another great essence. This one is the Amore Pacific, or Amore, Vintage Single Extract Essence. This says it's an anti-aging essence with fermented green tea, so again, it has the fermented in there, similar to the kombucha one. It's formulated with green tea to provide improvement in clarity, texture, and the elasticity of the skin. And like, I have not used that much. I use this every single night, just a tiny bit, and pat it onto my skin. Sometimes I'll do 2 layers right after I wash my face and try and let it like kind of sink into the skin a little bit. I swear it's like a direct route to hydration. It's the like, it's not all the steps of skincare are important, okay? Moisturizing, serum, blah, blah, blah. But I swear, if you are already doing those types of things and you want to up your skincare game, you're like, what else can I add to my skincare routine? Adding in an essence is such a nice idea. This is such a beautiful one. It feels luxurious. My skin feels so good after using it. And I have to say, it really does impart some radiance and glow immediately if you're doing a makeup-free day. And you can use it in the daytime too, absolutely. I just kind of don't, sometimes it depends. But also over time, it's gonna help with, of course, the hydration and suppleness of your skin. It really, really does something there. When it comes to a great serum that you can use day and night, no matter your skin concerns, I gotta mention this one. It's such a good one from Lancome. This is the Advanced Genifique Youth Activating Concentrate. Pretty sure this is a bigger one. They've got a smaller one as well. The reason that I love this is it has hyaluronic acid. So applying it on damp skin, you're gonna feel so hydrated. It's gonna feel so good. It's got vitamin C in there, which is one of my favorite ingredients for brightening. It's got pre and probiotics in there for hydrating and all kinds of different things to do to your skin. But it's really almost like one of those serums that, similar to like, was I talking about it in this video? No, I was talking about in my previous video about cult favorite products and things that seem to like be that everybody can kind of agree on. And I've had a hesitancy to try out some of those products in the past because I'm trying to be a rebel or whatever I'm trying to do. But I gotta say, this is such a nice serum. The texture of it is really, really light. It doesn't feel heavy. I've actually mixed this in with the Lancome Tanti Doll foundation and other foundations before to make it even lighter weight. You can use this and add it to the top of your cheekbones if you've got any left over on your hands for makeup, or you can put it on the back of your hands. Really so beautiful. If you are like at a counter and you're looking for something for yourself, this is a really great idea. Or, hate to say it, giftable. Then this is the Tatcha Deep Cleanse. I gotta say, I really love this after a long day, days that I've been wearing makeup. I love to use this. I still do remove my makeup, but this is the balancing and exfoliating cleanser with clarifying Japanese loofah fruit extract, which, by the way, I only found out a couple of years ago that loofahs, like, you grow them. Who knew? But anyways, this is really nice. Tatcha sent me some products a little while ago. I'd really only tried their primers, both of their primers I bought, and I bought a mini of their Luminous Dewy Spray, which is gorgeous. So they sent me some of their products and I've been trying them out. I've really been liking them, but this cleanser has stuck out to me. There's not a lot of, like, when a cleanser sticks out to me, I feel the need to mention it because some cleansers can be good, but it's like, I'm not gonna, there's not much to say, you know, but this has a really nice texture. You also get a lot of product in here. You don't need a lot of this. I actually feel like it works better if you put it on skin that's a more damp over wet. You get the exfoliating feel a little bit better. It has a little tiny things in there, but not a lot. It's more of I believe it's a combination of some chemical exfoliators in there as well, but it really feels like it leaves my skin feeling softer and clean, but not stripped, and I'm really impressed so far. And then finally, I have anxiety. It's really hard to sleep. It's something I've been working on forever, but definitely having a nighttime routine, as everybody says, has actually helped. And I put myself in the bath most nights, and sometimes a couple of weeks ago, I literally had to drag myself out of the bath and get immediately into bed before I passed out. So this is the Dr. Teals Foaming Bath with Pure Epsom Salt Sleep Bath with Melatonin and Essential Oils. Now, I can't say that this is actually like doing much because I have taken melatonin. It helps sometimes it doesn't. You know, I'm in the middle of it doing a lot of different things for my health right now. But what I will say is adding this into my routine has been really, really nice. I've tried their other sleep bath products before and really like them. I love Dr. Teals. I think they're my favorite for bubble bath because similar to like Dove, they've got a lot of different scents and I like to play around. But for the most part, I've been sticking with lavender in the evenings, and I feel like this, plus I also have the matching bath salts with the melatonin. I think I like it better than the original sleep. I don't know if they're getting rid of it or what they're doing, but yeah, I just repurchased. This is going to be going in my empties bin, and I really, really love this a lot. So that is everything that I love this month. I hope you enjoyed this video. Be sure to let me know down below what you have loved this month. And as always, if you'd like to connect with me, you can find me on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook at SamanthaJaneYT. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye!